Welcome back, people. Man, it's so good to be live. I don't know how this sounds, but you guys don't have to tell me if this sounds good. You can hear the clear and it used to sound perfect and similar. Now it just sucks. So welcome back to a new audio episode. My name is Adon. Yes, I'm hosting this new audio episode. Jason Lee. Now, I didn't want to come on here and talk about it. I really didn't. Before we get into all the mess and the drama and all the speculation with Mr. Jason Lee, let me just go ahead and say, welcome back to a new audio motherfucking episode. Let me tell y'all something. I've been hustling, working. I got a lot of big announcements I'm going to be making soon, and my brand's about to be even more bigger. But that's not why I came to tell y'all. I came to give y'all this new audio episode because y'all know my ex-boss, Mr. Jason Lee himself, from Hollywood Unlocked, gagging with Jason Lee, that I was a star of his show, and he know it. Oh man, it's good to be alive. If you guys haven't just now get in the room, make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, please, and subscribe to my YouTube channel because let me tell y'all, things about to be real big. I have a new single coming out with Sony called I Move Rich. And this is going to be the single that catapults my career. I know it. So, um, this is a lot of big things happening. I'm just so happy to be still doing what I love to do. But before we get into what's happening with me, Mr. Jason Lee is being accused of fraud, allegedly. Now, they say he misappropriating funds, but, it's a lot of speculation. Allegedly, this has been this happened back in May. All right, they had a festival. Apparently, they were trying to get shows to Stockton, and 10 canceled out of that year. And Jason Lee didn't want this to cancel. And apparently, he teamed up with Wild and Now, as with Nick Cannon's whole thing, and paid himself with those funds. So, we got to get into this new audio episode. I got a lot of receipts because the thing is, I want to come here and I want to make sure that I give the facts and what's really happening, regardless of my opinion of Jason Lee. I want to come and be brutally honest and kind of want to get an understanding of what the whole situation is. But before we get into that, we got to put that disclaimer up because I'm about to get sued. So just give me 1 second because this disclaimer has to be cut up because Jason Lee is being accused of fraud. Like, no way. He just got to city vice. He just got to city vice mayor. And you're telling me that he's being accused of fraud? So let's just put that disclaimer up real fast. So can we pull that up so that people can see? Let's make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. So let's just go ahead and see that right disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Okay, it states that I have fair use. I can sit around and comment on all this fair use comments that's on social media. And what I can tell y'all and come to figure out, is this a fair investigation against Mr. Jason Lee? Are they coming at him to get him out because he's the only minority in Stockton, California? Is he making a difference by bringing more events to the city council? I don't know. But what I do know is that we're going to break it down on this new audio episode because I ain't going to sleep. until I figure out what happened. Where did the money go? Why is the city saying that you misappropriated $50,000 in funds? He claims that this is a hunt, but is it? I mean, if you paid yourself, isn't that like a conflict of interest? You give them allegedly give the money to Wild and Out and then pay yourself with the money from that because you were live in it and you were the city vice mayor. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess out in these streets. It's a whole mess. Wilding out with the church. I'm sorry. With the city money. Yeah, go and get that camera. Put that up. Yeah, make sure it's seen because guess what? It's going down on this episode. I ain't holding back. I'm going to speak the truth. The truth shall be spoken. Which brings me to the truth. I want to teach you guys a new word. I learned this the other day, and for some reason, I just wish we knew more of this language because it was so liberating to see a new word, a new language, a new way. I hope I didn't delete it. Okay, no, here it is. The word is veritas liberats vos, which means the truth shall set you free. Now that's in what language was that again? Latin. It was in Latin. So that's just a new word I want to teach you guys. But let's get into this new audio episode. First, we gotta hear what they saying because the streets could be saying anything. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the streets saying. I'm just reporting on what I've heard since then. And I gotta still figure out and process this. Do I think that this is, is this legit or is this bad? Are they out to get him? I don't know. But what I do know is that we're gonna break it down. So let's get into that first video because we need to hear. I think we could play it and I think it can hear. Hopefully it shows. I don't know if it will show, but it will hear. Let me see if it will play. Okay, you guys can't hear that. I don't know if you guys heard that. I don't think you can hear that, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I play it now on this one because I definitely didn't hear it playing. Well, let me just go ahead and put it up here, I guess. Ah. Okay, let me get this together.
Vice Mayor Jason Lee is speaking out. It comes in response to a controversy over city funds being used for a recent Wild and Out show.
He says everything was handled properly and in line with city policies. But as ABC 10's Austin Castro reports, the state attorney general may soon get involved in the investigation.
When I saw the weaponization of Wild and Out in the press, I was extremely concerned. But it didn't shock me because the politically motivated attacks that have been happening over the last 6 months since this interim city manager has been here has been extremely concerning.
Stockton Vice Mayor Jason Lee on Wednesday defending he did nothing wrong and was not involved in the decision to use city money to save a comedy show, Wild and Out, at Adventist Health Arena, a show that Lee helped bring to Stockton and he also performed in. In emails obtained by ABC 10, arena officials warned city staff members that promoters of the show were considering canceling the May event because of low ticket sales a day before the show was set to happen. That's when someone at City Hall made the decision to use $50,000 from the city's risk mitigation fund to save the show. Lee says he was not involved in those conversations and everything was done according to current city policies.
Says the request should have gone to the city manager. It doesn't say the policy requires it to go to the city manager.
This week, Stockton's interim city manager launched an internal investigation into the money spent on the event, but Lee, as well as council member Mario Enriquez, say they did nothing wrong and they want the Attorney General's office to step in and prove that.
This sudden controversy that came out of nowhere is nothing more than a distraction from the real scandal that's happening in the building behind me.
Lee is calling this investigation a conspiracy and pointed the finger back at interim city manager Steve Colangelo, accusing him of violating the Brown Act and retaliation.
I will be making a motion directing the city attorney to refer this matter to the California Attorney General's office because transparency is important, ethics is important.
In Stockton, Austin Castro, ABC 10.
All right, so as you see, Jason Lee, they say that he misappropriates the funds. I didn't say that, but they did say that he misappropriates those funds. So we're gonna have to figure out, like, okay, let's break it down step by step, right? He wanted to throw an event. Now let me just take a 30 seconds real fast. Let's think of something nice to say about Jason Lee, and let me just see if I can think about that. Can we pull that up? I don't know, but I need 30 seconds on the clock. Let me see if we can find that. But they say he misappropriated the funds. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. We still have a lot more to break down on this new audio episode. So make sure you guys, just not tuning in, make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Zayna, for more great content because it's a mess. But before I give my verdict, I want 30 seconds on the clock so I can think of something nice to say about Jason Lee. Go ahead. Let's see if we can play that. Let's see if we can play that because that will be something I need. All right, we're back. You know what? I think I'm gonna need another 30 seconds because I really was trying to figure out what I was gonna say, but I really didn't think about anything good. So let's just do one more 30 seconds, and I promise I'll have something. Okay, I got it. Jason Lee. Okay, his photo, right? Men in Black. Here comes the Men in Black. Oh, it might be. All he needs is the glasses right now. It's MIB. Come on. Hey. Well, Big Willie. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can say one nice thing about Jason Lee is that since he lost all the weight, he does look more better. He looks more healthy and more happy. But that's all I'm gonna give you. Because me and Jason Lee got history, and the history ain't really positive history. Now, this happened a while ago, and I'm just now searching through social media, and I found a little clip of Jason Lee getting into it with the mayor of Stockton. So he's the vice mayor on this board, right? And I guess they have the mayor of the city. She's a white woman. White woman. And she's trying to take Jason Lee down. So I think we got that little clip. And shout out to who we gonna shout out now, because I want to give credit to where credit's due. Shout out to Down the Rabbit Hole News. Okay, she gave me this little clip right here, and I want to play this for you guys because maybe this will make sense, and you guys can see exactly what's happening down in Stockton, California, with Jason Lee.
Point of order, if I can. This was an item that I put on the agenda, and now we're going
Okay,
into a
you're
full
gonna-
presentation. Oh,
I am in
hold on.
charge.
Point of order. Point of order. I understand.
Listen,
Point of order. And this is the problem.
No.
We do have an order.
Okay.
We do have what we do
Immediate
have.
recess. I'm
We have
calling for an
Rosen.
immediate
You-
for 5
Let me
minutes.
tell you. You know, it's ironic that we're having a conversation about DEI.
No, do you have a question? For
Absolutely,
the
it's
city
coming,
Okay.
because I think strangling the voice of a Black representative at this council is ridiculous.
Now there you have it. They down there fighting at the city hall. Jason Lee versus the mayor. That white woman. Why are we talking about this? I mean, Jason Lee just had a baby with Tiffany Haddish, I heard, but that's not even true. That was his cousin's baby. On y'all all running a narrative down on social media with incorrect information before y'all do y'all homework and y'all really understand, they don't have no baby together. That was a PR stunt. Okay, let me tell you, I'm in Hollywood. I know a PR stunt when I see it. It was all a PR stunt. So the fact is, if y'all want to pretend, that was real, then clearly y'all have lost your mind. Y'all lost your mind. Now, let's take Jason Lee picture out, because I want to black the screen real fast, because I don't really want to see him. Because until Jason Lee do right by me, everything he ever think about gonna fail. And so this investigation might fail. What's happening? What is happening? Did he not do it? Now, I wanted to actually understand what the fund was. And so I wanted to share my little research I've done about what the fund is, and like people still have questions like, what is the fund? Like, what is it for? So let's break it down here. So I got a little information here on the screen where it's going to tell us what this actual means. Like, what does this mean? So based on my results, it says Risk Mitigation Fund in Stockton, California. It appears to be a dedicated fund, specialty designed to address and lessen the potential negative consequences associated with very identified risk. Okay. Dedication of pool of money is a reserved amount of funds specifically allocated for risk management rather than being drawn from general operating budgets or solely relying on a traditional insurance. This can be the fund that's intended to cover potential losses or expenses arise from specific risks that have been recognized and evaluated. Okay. Now let's highlight that last part right there. Right now, they said that the funds were to cover because of low ticket sales. So is that a big? If the promoter is saying, "Hey, there's low ticket sales here, we're not going to play here," right? That's a risk. Keyword, a specific risk that we're taking, then we don't want to do that. But they said, Jason Lee said, "Oh, hold up, wait a minute. I'm Stockton, California Vice Mayor, and I'm up in it." They say, allegedly, and this is all has been like, not proven to be truthful, but this is what they're saying allegedly, that he used those funds to pay himself and pay his company, which has a relationship with Wild 'N Out Nick Cannon, allegedly, and to get himself paid to line his own pockets. That's what they said on social media. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they're saying on social media. That he took the money allegedly and was putting it where it shouldn't have been, because the thing is, that's money is allocated for specialty reasons. I don't know, maybe like natural disaster, or I don't know, something may happen in the city, to use those funds to pay for things that could happen within that city. Stockton is like way up. It's not like a major city. Not a lot of people will live there. It's really like out in the cut, like in the country. It's not Hollywood. It's not LA. It's not Beverly Hills. I know, I'm in those areas every single day. So there's no comparing Stockton to a major city like LA. So I get that he's trying to be innovative and bring something new to the city and use his connection, but I think that was a little bit too ambitious. I want him to be able to improve the city. I want him to be able to go back to the city where he was born and make a difference, but I want him to do it the right way. And now they're saying that this might be referred to, allegedly, to the Attorney General, which is the highest in the state, to determine, is this fraud? Or is this a simple misunderstanding? Because from me watching the social media, it looked like that mayor, she don't really like Jason Lee. And she's trying to get rid of him as soon as possible. So any mistake that he makes as a new vice mayor, they're going to be looking to throw the book at him. Now, this could, they say, qualify for jail time if this is true, because this is the city money, right? This is not Jason Lee money. This is the city money. And if he allegedly misused those funds, then there's jail time. Y'all know they just took George Santos down. And he was like, what? Was he the Supreme Court? Was he the House? I think it was the House. He lied about everything. Lied about it. Using people's money for something. Y'all cannot get away from those type of crimes. What are those crimes when people move the money from the banks and all that stuff? What crime is that? I forgot. Wire fraud? That's what it is. They just come, the government come and get you for it. I don't know, allegedly. But we do have more receipts that I want to show you guys because this ain't over. Something in the milk ain't clean. They say Jason Lee misappropriating funds. Now, speaking of my ex-boss, oh my gosh, I really didn't want to pull him up. But since we already talking about him, I might as well go ahead and pull him up in his social media. Let me see if I can find him. Man, it's been so good. If you guys are not tuning in, make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I got a lot of stuff happening and there's a lot of stuff moving in. And now that I've really got my foot in where I want to be with Sony, I really want to make like this next couple of years be the biggest years like ever in my life. I'm gonna be starting my new docu-series. So this is an exclusive. So you guys are not tuning in, you guys are listening. Message me and say, hey, I heard they're doing exclusives and I'm starting my new docu-series, My Road to Hollywood. It's gonna take you to the ups and downs. I'm gonna vlog my whole life. I'm gonna do it, even though I'm a little resisting, so I'm living a very private life. I want to vlog what it's like being in LA, being in Hollywood, going to places. And you guys are going to see the real of everyday life. So that's some new tea. But let's get into Mr. Jason Lee because, that's my ex-boss. And I want to be able to show, his social media. So let me just go ahead and pull that up. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's look at Jason Lee's Twitter. Now, I tried to go to Jason Lee's Twitter. I think this is the right one, but this is the main one. But, I went all the way up to make sure this was like the current one. I mean, I don't know. I don't think this is because I think he has more than 158.2. I don't know. But I'm going to have to double check. But I did go through social media, and I wanted to show you guys just some clips, right? Here, him with Rihanna. See, this is the skinny Jason Lee right here, right? Like, this is the Jason Lee that looks better this healthy way, Him with Megan, of course. I wanted to show one more. So this is him at the White House. I guess this might be before he became vice mayor of Stockton, California. And then there was one more I wanted to show. Where did it go? I wanted to show you. Okay, this is an old photo of here, Jason Lee. Moving on. Man. So just going through social media, so just like, he's an everyday person, right? But he ends up with the celebrities and, and all that stuff. He's in the social Hollywood, life. He built this big brand, Hollywood Unlocked, right? And so, it's just something that we don't know for sure, Did he take their money and use it to pay himself, allegedly? Or was this all just a misunderstanding? We don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. I don't know. But what I do know is that if this is real, this is hard to swallow. It's hard to swallow. It's hard for us to admit that, wow, like Jason Lee, like you got into office and now you're doing this, right? Like we want to have faith. We want to believe in that you're going to do the right thing by the people of that city of Stockton. because they're your constituents and you're the person that's going to be there to guide them and help build that city to a new big city 3. I don't know. It won't be as big as LA, but I mean, it'll be something. So it's just unfortunate that, this might be or might not be something that we just don't want to be involved with. We don't want this to be something that takes Jason Lee down. And not only were we able to get the clip of Jason Lee, but do we have that clip? Okay, please tell me we have that, because I make sure that we wanted to get that loaded in before the show, because I wanted them to see Jason Lee talking exactly about the situation, so they can understand. Because the thing is, if they don't see it, they don't hear it, with audio, then they're not gonna believe it. So if you can find that clip, we should have it pulled up already, so they can see that clip. So let me just see if that clip is there, because I made sure that we put that in the show. Okay, we do have it. All right, so we do have the clip here, and I wanted to make sure everyone's can hear this and watch the show. So let's just pull that up really fast and play that.
Stockton Vice Mayor Jason Lee is asking the California Attorney General to investigate the city's latest budget and hiring controversies. Yesterday, the city manager's office said it's looking into why $50,000 from the city budget was used to prevent the live event Wild and Out from getting canceled. Lee was part of that event and said he's friends with Nick Cannon, who hosts it. Lee has said the money came from the city's risk mitigation fund.
There was no policy in place that said the staff have to go to the city manager and get authorization. If you look at the press release that came out yesterday, the words are very interesting. I believe words have power. It says the request should have gone to the city manager. It doesn't say the policy requires it to go to the city manager.
We checked the city budget and found the fund where this money came from was created to help make sure that Stockton venues can secure big acts. The city manager's office is now investigating whether any city policies were bypassed.
If you get
So there you have it. You got Jason Lee saying words have power. The policy didn't say you have to go to disapproval. It just only recommended that you should. So, did he not misappropriate $50,000 of misused funds? Allegedly? I don't know. I really, really, really don't know. And I don't. Y'all know how I feel about this thing. Let me just think of 30 more seconds to say something else nice to him. Roll it. All right, I'm back. Now, I did think of something nice to say about Jason Lee. Oh, I know. I like his dogs, Gucci and Chanel. Yeah. I like his little dogs. Now, I ain't seen him in a minute. I don't know if he really taking care of them. From what I hear, he gone all around town and somebody else taking care of the dog. And then when he get the little Gucci Chanel, Daddy's home, acting like he happy to see him. Allegedly. I don't know. They say he ain't taking care of the dog. So listen, I didn't just make that up. that was something that was already out there floating. He ain't at home. He went in Hollywood Unlocked doing interviews. He in Stockton, California. His home is in LA. You do the math. Who taking care of them dogs? I don't know. You know what? I want to thank you guys coming to me in this new audio episode. If you guys are not tuning in, make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe. I know it's late, so the replay gang is going to be replaying the video. I promise to come on and do more lives. I think I'm going to do doing more shows. I do have a special guest I want to come to the show with me, and we can do a live in person, or at least have the camera on probably next week or so, and I'll reach out to him to see when they get to him. But yeah, that's what they said. Now, I want to show y'all the mayor, right? That white woman. I want to show y'all what she looked like, right? Like, who is trying to take Jason Lee down? And so I think we have it, right? Like, just a little small piece. Yeah, we have it. So I want to show y'all. This is Mayor Christina Fugazi. What kind of name? Wait, what? Now, I know I'm a little rusty on my urban words, but Fugazi, what is that? What does Fugazi mean in urban? Like not real, or like what? Somebody in the comments, please tell me, like, what does Fugazi mean in urban term? Let me see if I can Google that. Hold on. Fugazi. Hold on. Let me just before we continue. I really want to see what Fugazi means in urban. Am I saying that right, or like or let me go to the Urban Dictionary. Oh my God, I found it. Okay. Fugazi is a slang term meaning fake, phony, or not genuine. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh, is Mayor Fugazi? Oh no. I know, like, this is like, that's not her last name. That's not her last name. No, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that. That ain't her last name, because if that was her last name, then Jason Lee might have a case. I hate to say it. Fake, phony, fraud. He might have a case. But let's just see what she had to say, because she had a whole lot to say and she wasn't holding back. And y'all saw in the previous clips of her and him going at it in the city hall. So let's just see if we can play that for the people so they can see like what's really happening, or what's really happening.
That was authorized spent that maybe shouldn't have, or I'm not quite sure. I only say that because
Jason Lee came and woke Stockton up. What are you doing out there? You over here taking the money and you know, putting on performances for you and your friends. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now, there was Armand Wiggins. You know, they used to be best buddies. You know, before they fall out. I don't know whose fault that was. You know, but Armand fell out with so many people. It's hard to believe that you are genuine. And now he said he want to do a trip to Bali and have all the people come to Bali. I don't know. I'm very weary. Very weird. And planes make me sick. I can't be in a metal tube that long in the air with people I don't know driving the plane. With weather is getting terrible. Can't do it. I can't, I won't. Okay? Can't do it. Now we got about 20 more minutes. So you guys not tuning in. Make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because more things are happening, more things are coming. Now, this is 42 minutes in the show, and at this point, you guys can decide, do you think that this is all misunderstanding? Jason Lee is correct, and that the wording and that he could use those funds, was that legal? Or was him misappropriating the funds from a risk mitigation fund illegal? Now, I don't know. I'm not the jury. I ain't the judge. And I'm not the one that's going to break that down for him. I'm just reporting on what the streets have been saying. And today, the streets were talking. I had to jump on live. And I rarely get on live. It's just a whole lot happening these days. Now, before we end this live, we do have one more. I think we have one more video. I don't know if we do, like, or can we refresh that or something? I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, because I'm not for sure, but I think this was the one. Okay, yeah, we do have it. So, if we could just get that loaded up real fast in the chamber, and let's look at the video, right, that I also found of Jason Lee. So, it's just a whole mess what's happening, and it's a whole shame that, like, he just had a baby with Tiffany, and now that he might be losing his job, who gonna support the baby? Tiffany Haddish ain't really a big star these days, so she's trying to do anything she can to keep popularity. So maybe having a baby with Jason Lee might get on E! News that just got canceled. But yeah, let's pull that video up real fast, because I wanted people to see what also I found.
You all to give me $50,000. Have I ever asked you to give me any money?
No. That's Vice Mayor Jason Lee addressing the general manager of Adventist Health Arena during the city's audit meeting on Monday, after learning about concerns raised by the interim city manager over public money given to an event he helped bring to the city and performed in.
Did you know, or did the city manager's office explain to you that I had brought the event to the city? Anybody else from the city manager's office want to step to the podium and clarify why I wasn't asked any questions? Of course not.
According to emails obtained by KCRA, it was real the city of Stockton paid $50,000 from its risk mitigation fund to prevent the cancellation of a Wild 'N Out comedy show. As it faced low ticket sales, the promoter asked for $150,000 to keep the show in Stockton. The arena secured $100,000 and requested the remaining $50,000 from City Hall. The money was approved by the director of Stockton's Economic Development Department, Tina McCarty. But on Tuesday, the interim city manager announced an internal investigation, saying, quote, public funds from the city's risk mitigation fund were used without the city manager's knowledge or approval in connection with the recent entertainment event. This investigation will determine how these funds were authorized, who was involved, and whether any city policies or procedures were bypassed. The vice mayor calling this a political witch hunt.
The whole week has been about a political witch hunt to prove somehow that the vice mayor conspired with city staff to go in the bank accounts to give $50,000 to a brand.
So we reached out to the mayor and the city manager for comment regarding this investigation. They told us they were unavailable tonight, but the city does say that they are committed to being transparent while they work on investigating this situation. We're live here in Stockton. Andres Valle, KCRA 3 News.
Andres, thank
There you have it. Jason Lee talking about the funds and like also I guess the whole event was 150,000. Nick Cannon charging 150,000. The arena secured 100, which means Jason Lee called Floyd Mayweather and he gave him money, the 100,000 on it, and then he used 50 allegedly of that city money to get the event going and to pay himself with that money allegedly. I don't know. Did he do it? That's what I want to know. I put my own comment on the screen. Listen, I want to thank you guys for being with me on this new audio episode. It has been a great episode, and I'm glad to be back, at least for now, doing audio episodes. I'm going to be doing a lot more next week in a new exclusive interview with Zalo. I hope he comes on the show. I know he's been reaching out to me about being on the show, but, you know, it takes a while to get things together and move emotions. So hopefully he'll reach out to me and we'll come on, have him on the show live. We'll do an in-person on camera Zoom. So, but thank you guys for tuning with me on this new audio episode. Listen, I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he didn't do it. Only time will tell. You know, we'll see if he's going to be able to keep his job or not keep his job. And then we'll be back to report on that. If he did good, then he did good. If he did bad, he did bad. I don't know. I'm not the one to determine that. But if it does, we'll be back reporting on it. Because you know why? Do me a favor. Put that copyright back up one more time. Because why? Of this. This right here. Fair use. Fair use. Everything is alleged here. Okay? Let's just make that very clear. Everything I say was alleged. It's not factual. Only for entertainment purposes. But if he did it, then he did it. Allegedly. But if he didn't do it, then he didn't do it. Listen, thank you guys for being on this new audio episode. Look, I'm tired. I gotta get out of here right now because I'm already sipping my wine. And it's time for me to relax. But make sure you guys tune in with this new audio episode. Make sure you guys come back for the replay game. I know you guys are going to replay the episode, and I'm going to see it 1,000 times. And I'm going to wake up to all the comments in the morning time about Jason Lee, about what I said. But until then, until then, look, I'm already like slurring my words. Until then, it's been real, and it's been nice being back. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I want to make sure I put that where you can hear that. But if not, we're gonna put that on one more time because it deserves it. It deserves it. It deserves it. It deserves a round of applause. It deserves a round of applause because this was a great audio episode. great audio episode. Listen, I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this new audio episode. You know, I like to do my jokes and all with Jason Lee, but at the end of the day, it's all love. Is it? I don't know. Or maybe it's all petty. Man, I want to thank you guys for being with me on this new audio episode. Like, it's been real having you guys being back with me, being live. It's been a great pleasure. Let me say, I loved it. And I promise to be back live more. But until then, replay gang, go ahead and replay the episode and tell me, am I tripping? Or is Jason Lee tripping for spending that money for wilding out for Nick Cannon? Just because he got 9 kids don't mean he should be charging $150K per venue. What about a little discount? Because friends and family, since y'all know each other, Jason Lee and you know who, Nick Cannon, since y'all know each other, it should be a discount, right? I don't know. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in to this new audio episode. And I'm done. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Bye.